The number one thing that I absolutely hate with the Call of Duty shop is the fact that it's slowly turning the game into a pay-to-win game, especially when Modern Warfare 2 has a price tag of $70 or for like the deluxe edition $100. And I know Warzone is technically free to play, but the fact of the matter is that the Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 shop is connected to both, so if Warzone gets something, so does the pay to play game, which means not only does it affect Warzone, but it also affects the 6v6 multiplayer. And I really don't want to see the 6v6 multiplayer become something that's like, hey, if you want to get the best stuff, you have to buy the bundle or the Black Cell thing for it. Because, in my opinion, I don't mind there being like extra cosmetics in the shop for the people that want that, even though I think the Black Cell is stupid. I just don't want you to have a competitive advantage over me in a pay-to-play game just because you were willing to shell out more money to Activision. And my first example of the Call of Duty shop becoming pay-to-win is if you look at the operators, they will give you a leg up in DMZ. Like, if you buy one operator, you'll get a self-revive, or you'll get a UAV when the game starts. And I know one gives you a medium backpack, which that's more inventory right off the bat over people that just play the game for free. And it's a shame because I was actually kind of interested in DMZ and I would play it occasionally. But when they added stuff like that for the operators, I just stopped playing because I just didn't want to support any sort of pay-to-win thing in Call of Duty. Because when you start adding pay-to-win aspects into your first-person shooter games, it just ruins them. Even if it is an extraction or battle royale. Now I'm going to talk about the actual 6v6 multiplayer. Because of the poor visibility of Modern Warfare 2, you can buy a skin like the Black Noir right now, and it'll give you a camouflage advantage since the all black that he wears will help you blend in on maps like Shipment, Lighthouse, Black Gold, or any other colorless map in Modern Warfare 2. Also, Black Cell takes advantage of the visibility issue with the operators blending into the maps. And they do it with making all the operators from the Black Cell really dark and hard to see. And I actually think last season they took it a step farther because one of the operators was able to change themselves from all white to all black depending on if they were crouching or not. And that essentially worked as camouflage for them to blend into the environment. And that's just so corny when you die to someone because you couldn't see them. Also, I heard the dog that you can get from the Black Cell in Season 5 can be used as kind of like the alert perk, and he'll actually notify you if an enemy's close by, and if that's the case, that is terrible. Like, I don't mind it if he did that if you equip the alert perk, but if that's like a separate thing, then that's absolutely pay to win. And again, Modern Warfare 2, the 6v6 multiplayer is not free to play. You have to spend $70 to get access to it. So I don't want to see people get advantages in the game just because they were willing to shell out an extra $30. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see weapon attachments from weapon blueprints become more effective than just the vanilla weapon attachment, just because you were able to pay for the weapon blueprint. I hope that doesn't become a thing in the future. I think I've heard some talk about it, but I haven't done any deep research. But if it's just happening now, I'm kind of surprised it didn't happen before. The weapon blueprints are also something I pretty much abhor, just for the simple fact that I feel like they give you a competitive advantage and make leveling up the weapon easier. I feel what they did in Black Ops 2 with just weapon camos and being able to put the camo on any of the guns was a way better idea. Because now it's like you have to use a certain attachments or else it breaks the weapon blueprint. And you could just immediately get access to a bunch of attachments that you didn't actually earn through gameplay, but you got because you were able to spend money on the battle pass, on the bundle, or on Black Cell. Also, when you buy the gun, it can automatically be tuned for you, which is something you unlock when you max out a weapon's level. And I just don't like that personally, because it's like, that's something you earn when you get the weapon to max level. It's not something you should get for just buying a $20 bundle and immediately having access to it, or buying the battle pass. Again, this is all personal opinion, my opinions aren't fact here. But I think that when you unlock things like weapon tuning or an attachment, it's special because you had to earn the right to use those things. But when you can just go to the store and buy the competitive advantage you need, the novelty of earning your way to getting a suppressor or getting the red dot sights or getting rapid fire like you could in the old school Call of Duties is gone. You can just get all that stuff immediately. And my thing is I don't want to see the Call of Duty store become pay to win. It shouldn't be about shilling out the most money to the COD store, and that's how you can do good in the game. I want it to be about personal skill. If you're good at Call of Duty, you should be doing good in the game. It shouldn't be because you have an operator that can blend into the maps with a gun that has a competitive advantage over your gun because they bought theirs from a bundle, while you are just someone who paid to play the game or a free-to-play player. And, you know, you'll see me use stuff from the Battle Pass, and I'll have weapon blueprints, and I'll use the advantages that I talk about in this video too, right? Like, I go for the operators with the darker skin. I haven't bought an operator bundle since Cold War. I'm not really interested in it, especially since they took away all the cosmetics from the previous games. I just think it's stupid now. Battle Pass excluded, because I just earned all my COD points from the free stuff from Season 1 and 2, and I bought the third Battle Pass. You know, I am a hypocrite, I will admit that, but I do want to see the game not be pay to win, because that's a really bad path for Call of Duty to take. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you have your own opinions on the pay to win aspect that Call of Duty is going into, let me know in the comments, and...
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.